Now, in a bid to strengthen defence and security ties, Australian Defence Minister Richard Marles held talks with his Indian counterpart. Australian Defence Minister is in India for a 4-day trip. During the talks, the two ministers reviewed defence cooperation, outlined new initiatives that can be taken up by India and Australia. The talks also focused on the Indo-Pacific and regional issues. Richard Marles' visit marks the first high-level visit from Australia under the newly formed Albanese government, and is also the first bilateral meet between the two defence ministers. Before meeting India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Australian Defence Minister Richard Marles met with India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Shankar, after which Marles took to Twitter expressing how India has always been a great friend of Australia, further asserting on how both India and Australia have agreed to strengthen strategic partnership to address mutual challenges. Meanwhile, Australian Defence Minister's visit is being seen as a continuation of strong ties between the two countries, which are also members of the Quad. And for more on this, our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal brings us the latest from New Delhi. Let's listen in.
The Australian Deputy Prime Minister and the Defence Minister Richard Marles is here in India and is holding talks with the Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. Now, he's coming from Goa, where of course he took part in a lot of defence initiatives. But largely, if we talk about India-Australia defence partnership, we have seen growing engagement. Both countries have been taking part in the Malabar exercises, and both countries, of course, face the biggest worry, an increasingly aggressive China. We know when it comes to India's borders, China has been creating problems. When it comes to Australia, it's the trade issue that has been dominating. Both countries are part of the Quad grouping as well. So, number of engagements which are taking place, but the visit is significant given that the visit happens just almost within a month since the new Albanese government took charge in Canberra. So a strong outreach by Canberra, by the new government in Australia to New Delhi. Both Prime Ministers, of course, met on the sidelines of the Quad Summit last month in Tokyo, and now high-level engagement from Australia to India. So this is something that shows that whatever the government is in Canberra in Australia, the focus is to have close and strong partnership with New Delhi. With video journalist Chandrasekhar, Siddhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.